Oh, no, you can't do that.
Welcome to the OBT show. It's a quiet intro because it's a quiet storm coming. Can you feel it?
I can't be that quiet.
I can feel it in my bones. We're going to be talking about Xbox.
You know, people are probably going to...
Iron Man 3.
They're going to be sitting by the volume switch right now.
And anything else we want to talk about. What you want to do, baby? Do you want to get sexy? This podcast just got sexy.
I'm not going to do it.
Come on, whisper one more time. Now stop. Just say sexy.
Xbox. That's as sexy as I
Chris,
get.
Chris, you won't get sexy.
No.
Damn it! Welcome to the OBT show, the unsexy version, because Chris ruined all my plans. I'm so mad at you.
I can't be sexy into a microphone.
Yeah, you can.
No, I'm staring at something that's very phallic shaped and it's large and black.
That's what gets me going.
We are two different people. Hey, I started watching The Wire.
I don't want to talk about The Wire. I want to talk about you, man. We missed last week.
Yeah.
You were sick, right?
Yeah, I didn't
okay?
go to work. Oh, yeah, no, I'm okay now.
What happened?
I caught, my throat was getting sore and I was feeling, sickly, and I caught it early.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you know what, let me just take the day off.
Yeah.
I don't feel good, but I think drank, 800 gallons of orange juice.
Is that what you do? Is that what you do when you get sick?
Yeah, if I feel like I'm getting it early, just start, orange juice and banana in the morning.
When I get sick, I become a baby. I don't know if I should be angry with you or just accept that you know me well.
No, I mean, I got two images. I got the realistic image of where you're just like, I don't want to be sick.
Yeah.
And then the fake image, but also hilarious image of you walking around just like, look at me, everybody, I'm sick. I'm in baby form. Baby Brendan's here.
I'm a baby and I'm sick. Blah. Did you see that? I puked on you because I'm a baby.
See, that would be fun.
I'm just miserable when I'm sick and I have allergies now that are killing me. I don't know if you have allergies.
Yeah, I've been rubbing my eye all day.
I take Claritin D because I had to sign my life away to get the stuff because I felt like I was a drug dealer. It was that type of stuff. So I signed my life away and I took one.
You got the script?
I know, right? I know.
You got the script?
Yo, I was like, I want that kind. What that kind over there? And she's like, what kind? I'm like, the good stuff. I said the good stuff, and I was like, I sound like I am about to start a meth lab.
Did you start scratching your arm while you were ordering?
I started putting on a hat and calling myself Heisenberg, getting myself ready for meth and Blue Crystal. But I took one and I almost passed out because it was so strong. Because I'm a delicate flower, so I can't have too much strength.
You're one of those people that's super sensitive to it. Where
I'm sensitive
makes
to
you sleepy.
It makes me sleepy. It made me cotton mouth. It made me woozy. So now I have it and I take a half.
Yeah.
Even though the packages do not have it.
No, it's just because they want you to build it up in your system so you allergize or de-allergize.
I do enough where I sit. That's why I love air conditioning, because I can sit and I feel better about it.
Do you sit with your face? Because you're just you're doing the hand motion over your face while you're sitting.
I put my face right up to the air conditioner and just blast my fucking eyeballs out. Freon, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It gotta feel good.
It feels good, but I'm slightly off today.
See, I just buy the generic stuff.
I can't do it. Generic it doesn't affect me.
It doesn't. I see. So wait, you have the super stuff, which
makes me nauseous,
overdoing
it, and then the regular stuff that doesn't do shit.
See, I always when I was younger, I took Allegra and I took Claritin, and I got the prescription stuff. And got it from the doctor or whatever. And then now I saw it in Stop and Shop. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, and I saw they had the bargain brand version of both of them. So I bought them both, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try it and see what happens. See how and sure enough, same exact effect. And I was like, all right, well, cool. I don't have to spend $30.
Well, no, I know, and it's terrible because I end up. They probably think I'm a drug dealer because I did this last year and I thought I should stop because one didn't work, so I bought a different brand. That didn't really work, so I bought a third brand. And when I bought the third brand, I'm like, this is the third time in 1 week that they've scanned my ID. I'm gonna get a knock on my door because
you shaking it at the counter yo, that's a 30-pack. All right, sounds good.
I'm like, you got 50. So I stopped doing that and I'm just sticking with the Zyrtec. That's why I take Zyrtec D.
That stuff works.
Not Claritin. Claritin doesn't do anything.
Zyrtec that's
so it knocked me out. So I was sick and I also had the big concert on our campus. Fabulous.
Yeah, Fabulous.
Fabulous and Pusha T.
Fabo.
Hello. U.S.
There you go.
Fabulas. He was actually pretty good, honestly. He was kind of a mean, though.
Can we just acknowledge that we just finished that?
Yes.
To get high five. Yeah.
I hope that made it to the podcast. That's good. So it was a good show. He was kind of weird. He stayed in his van. He had a souped up van with cable, satellite cables, because he wanted to watch the Knicks Celtics game, which I respect.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I was making money doing that and I wanted to,
if I didn't have to be on stage till 9, I would not enter till 8:50.
I'd have every video game system.
The van was intense.
Every.
But I don't know if you can on
now that. Chris is going to get sexy. Yeah. Every video game system.
Chris got sexy.
4 controllers each.
Keep strumming.
No, I can't do that.
Keep going.
So how was Fabulous? Was it good?
Come on,
was it a good show?
Play along with me.
Was it a good show?
It was a good show.
Okay.
Can you describe more and let me do the...
Extra peripherals. I can't. The music is killing me. See, like, the setup music for me in my head is the I'm Never Gonna Dance Again. The George Michael.
Is that George Michael?
Yeah, the sexy sax man.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just saxophone in general. I thought it was somebody else. I didn't think it was.
It's part of a song.
Oh.
And then that guy stole it and made a video where he's playing the saxophone. And yeah,
that's funny. I like that.
I learned you. And then it's like every game for every system. See, like in my head, I was like, "Oh, sexy human strategy guides." I'm done.
All right, fine. So Fabulous was good. He had a lot of stuff on his rider that we had to cross out, like alcohol. We don't do that. No alcohol. He wanted a lot of alcohol.
What, on stage?
No, in his dressing room.
Oh,
pretty much they like collect it.
Why not? This is a wet campus.
No, but you can't.
It is.
Well, no, because it's SA funding. So SA funding cannot purchase alcohol.
Pay for okay, right. All right. So if he brought alcohol, it would have been fine. You just can't supply it.
We make that our rule that it's dry. It's a dry show. So no alcohol for those who are coming, and no alcohol for the artists. So if they were to bring it, we wouldn't be like, you can't drink, and here's a breathalyzer, but we'd be like, can you take it back to your tour bus or your car? Do whatever you want there, not on our site.
So you're telling me you wouldn't let this man get a little bit drunk so that way he could deal with the stupid assholes that are like, oh my God, I love Fabulous. Who is he? I heard he's coming to our campus, and I'm excited.
People were mad about it, and then they were mad that they couldn't get a ticket. Yeah. So like, I didn't know what was going on.
No, I mean, I don't know.
It was fun. It was a fun show. I came out for Girl You Be Killing Them.
People were doing the same thing this year like they did for Wale when Wale was here. We're like who's Whale? I was like, yep, there we go. Welcome to SUNY New Paltz.
Yes. But it was good. It was a fun show. I was exhausted. Worked from about 8:30 to 2:30 a.m.
Nice.
It was a long day.
Putting in some hours. And
then I got a call on Saturday at 8:30 that my credit card had fraudulent activity. So I had to deal with that.
You gave it to Fabulous?
Yeah, Fabulous stole all my credit cards.
I say his name like that on purpose. I feel like it should be accentuated.
You don't even care that my credit card was messed up.
No, I'm way past it. Because you can call and say,
well, I did, but I don't like it. That's the first time it happened to me, Chris. It was painful.
Did you buy something on the internet?
No.
Ever?
Yes.
Okay, it's your fault.
Shut up. What am I supposed to do?
Not buy stuff on the internet.
Do you buy stuff on the internet?
No.
What do you buy then? What do you do?
I call a guy. He calls a guy, leaves a message on his beeper.
No,
he calls me. See, then what happens is they move the package from one spot to another spot, and I say, "Yo, I'm low on the supply." See, when I say that,
you're full of
that
shit.
message is related. I'm sorry. I've been watching The Wire.
You've been watching too much Wire. Now you know the system.
Good. Okay. No, I buy stuff online sometimes. Yeah. But I try to keep it at a minimum.
But I do too. Like, I don't go nuts on it.
But I have a card that I only put a certain amount of money on that I want to use to spend. So that way when I buy stuff on the internet, if anybody else tries to use that number, it's going to come up with, sorry, there's no money in there. So it would never go through. Yeah.
So I should open up a separate online checking account.
Mm-hmm. You find ones that are for like students that you don't pay any fees for and stuff like that.
You're smart.
Yeah, generally. I try to.
No, that's a good idea. That's good. This actually might be the first podcast where we gave legitimate advice.
They're listening to The Wire. I'm trying not to give out any specifics.
Couple burners. leave a drop and then burn your phone. I love that. So that I dealt with that this morning, paperwork and all. I was not happy.
You just got loud. Mood.
I know. I moved closer to the mic. I realize that's what makes me sound louder.
You moved away from the mic to breathe in. Chocolate rain.
Because I'm a professional. I'm a damn good.
And now it's the breathing section.
Now it's the breathing section. So, but I saw Iron Man 3 this weekend.
Oh, you did you?
Mm-hmm.
I did not see it yet.
I know. I'm going to talk all about it and spoil your ass.
No, that's all right. I already know what happens.
What happens? You tell me, because then I feel not as bad.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I want to spoil it next time we talk about it.
But wait, you already know.
Spoil it for who? Happens. Spoil it for the people that are listening that haven't got a chance to see Iron Man
This is going on like 2 days from now. So, hey, everybody, spoilers. Okay, go.
Iron Man is a big butterfly.
Stop it. No, for real.
No, seriously.
Let's talk about it. Why can't we talk about it?
He uses his ultimate butterfly suit. I don't want to
You
ruin it.
are a big steaming turd right now.
Tell me how much you were excited for it, and then after you saw it, how awesome it was. Go.
It was higher. It was exceeded my expectations.
Okay. See, I'm excited after finding out what happens in the movie, which I found out like a month ago, which pisses me off still.
Why? Who told you?
I got an email from somebody that saw it early.
That sucks when that happens.
Yeah, and they told me, and I don't like the way they use certain characters.
Give me one. I know
that have been around for a long time, and they somewhat just decide to say not so important because it's Hollywood, and we don't want to describe. And I'm not going to talk about it because I know you know exactly what I'm talking about right now.
Right, but Mike, I don't know what your hang up is, man. Talk about it.
I think Ben Kingsley is an amazing actor. That's my hint.
I don't like what you just said.
Yeah, because
I don't like it because
I think he's an amazing actor.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I know, but it's teasing you because I know exactly.
Yeah,
what I'm
and I don't want to be that guy who messes it up
for other people.
I was having trouble swallowing.
See, I don't mind messing it up for people, but I this one time I want to be like I want to show some resolve.
But it's not really showing resolve because people have the option to listen. It's not like you are forcing them to listen to you.
True.
Right? So you can talk about it.
All right, fine. I'll talk about it.
Just I want it because you already know it.
It's not a butterfly suit. It's a rhinoceros suit.
Oh, if I could reach across.
Tony Stark's got a big horn on the front of his suit.
And put my fingers in your mouth and swirl it.
Can you imagine a giant flying rhinoceros with Tony Stark inside of it? He's so unamused right now, folks.
I'm staring at you with death stare. I wish we had the camera because I'm like, you motherfucker.
All right.
Don't make me do my Pesci as... The reason, don't make me do my Al Pacino as Joker again.
The reason I'm not excited... The reason
Chris is mad at me. Hope he doesn't throw a batarang. See?
I'm going to throw a batarang of a spoiler. Yep. Okay, spoiler alert, folks. Iron Man 3.
Just one, and then we can talk about the rest. Just give me a little...
I don't like the fact that they use Mandarin as a ploy character instead of him being an actual villain in the movie.
I did not mind that.
I know you don't, and you should mind that.
No, I should not.
No, because look at this from
Mandarin is a joke of a character.
He's a joke of a character, but he's still a character in the comic books. Listen, look at it this way. You have DC, who barely scratches the surface when it comes to the movies, as far as like getting really fantastical and embracing what it is. Right. You have Marvel, who flat out they're doing Guardians of the Galaxy. No, okay, 10 years ago, that movie's not made.
No.
But they've already embraced like people are going to go pay to see these movies because they think it's interesting and exciting. It's finally accepted as like a societal thing. Cool. Mandarin should be on that list because Mandarin is part of that supernatural. He's got the 10 rings of power.
I know what he has. Don't come at me like I don't know.
Okay, so then exactly.
But I don't. But I didn't mind it for that in that context because there's different interpretations. They built this up
for 2 movies, and they really could have sold it home with the 10 rings and everything, like the gangs in the first, or not the gangs, the militia, I guess, in the first movie, and in the second movie they mention it. Like, do it right. That's the way I've been feeling about most of these movies, and for the most part, they didn't like slight hand anyone. I guess you could say maybe in Captain America they kind of like passed off Hydra real quick as being Nazis.
Yeah.
They had a Nazi connection and then bam, Hydra.
Right. They went right into Hydra. They didn't really make it much. They didn't make. I don't think they wanted a kids film.
That's something that's understandable. That's something that's fine where they can do that in Hollywood.
But I had no problem with them doing what they did with the Mandarin.
You are a little
Say it.
Bitch.
Say it. Say it again.
You're a little bitch.
I don't like it. I didn't like.
I know you didn't like it because you made me say
my feelings. I thought I could be stronger, but I hurt my feelings.
Stand up for what you believe in, as far as like how they use comic stories and stuff.
Stand up for what you
believe in. These people are we're shoveling money at them.
Yeah.
Do it right. Don't.
Well, no,
don't. Well,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I thought it was an inventive way. This is how I look at the films.
I think it's smart. I don't like it.
They don't have to be a carbon copy because they messed up things in Batman, and they messed up things. They didn't go verbatim for interpretation of the Joker. They didn't go verbatim for interpretation of Scarecrow. They didn't go verbatim for interpretation of Bane.
But that was also set up in a way.
And Ra's al Ghul was dumb in Batman. I'm going to put it out there.
Exactly. But that's DC. Marvel. How awesome have they been as far as the new?
They've been good.
As far as using characters and appropriating people properly.
But while I thought it was dumb at the time with Batman Begins, I understood it. Because they did the same thing. They did a ploy because really...
No, they didn't do a ploy. Nolan based his Batman universe in reality, not in super reality.
But Tony Stark is, when you do the one-on-one Iron Man adventures, it is a man... You can't up the ante and bring that same intensity of Avengers down to Iron Man. You can't. It's different levels. It's the same.
I don't want them to. Okay. I want them to fully embrace the craziness that is comics.
But
and they did it with they threw extremists in there. Awesome. Whoever thought that they would do that as a full plot for a movie.
But I had no problem with the way the Mandarin was portrayed because I think of it as an extension, not a carbon copy. Because I liked it. I thought it was cool because I thought, how are you going to justify a man with 10 rings and build that into the universe?
Okay, Tony Stark flew into space with a nuclear device and threw it at an alien ship.
But you're not
that controlled all of the aliens that are destroying New York City. How can you not say
you're not embracing the new ideas and the new content? Which I went, oh, that is a different way of looking at Mandarin. Because Mandarin, in this context, was awesome because I thought it was so cool how they used him. And as a leeway, as a bridge
as
to
not
extremists.
Anything,
right? And I was okay with it. I am okay with it.
He's not a supervillain.
I'm totally okay with it. I'm okay with it because the movies don't have to be a Bible carbon copy from the comics.
I don't. Okay, but I'm not saying. I'm not saying be a carbon copy.
But that's what you were expecting.
No, I'm expecting them to use a supervillain as a supervillain, not as a ploy to push one movie plot point across.
Is it because it's something that is a new take and you don't know how to handle it?
No, I know how to handle it. I'm angry.
You're angry, right? But I think that's. I went into it with an open mind, and I was pleasantly surprised. Wasn't spoiled at first by what was going to happen, and when it happened, I was like, "This." I was a little angry at first, but I went, "This makes sense."
No,
like, this
it's not
so
that it doesn't
cool.
make sense. It's not that it doesn't make sense. I think it's smart.
Cool.
It's smart, and it's makes sense. In we're making a film. Yeah, you can bite down. I want to hear that crunch. Oh.
All right.
And now for the cracker breakdown.
Keep arguing with me,
Brendan. No, I don't like you right now.
I know. It's fun.
No, it's smart. I'm not going to take that away from it, but it's bad.
Why is it bad? Why is it? Because why is a unique take on a character that has never had a definitive storyline, that never made much of an impact in the Marvel universe? Do
you ever want to see Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Bye, Doctor Strange. Because we're not accepting elements that are part of the comic universe.
No. You're making a generalization.
Do you ever want to see Thanos become this great superpower?
No, you are making a statement off of one character reinterpretation. That doesn't mean that they're going to close the door to everything.
Not okay, but Mandarin's not like we took a side character and made him smaller.
Mandarin is not that big.
He's not, but I'm not saying he's not that small either.
He's not the Joker to Tony Stark.
You don't take a villain and then make him nothing. You take a villain, you make him interesting, or you make him non-existent, which they do. They take people and they're not even part of the universe, but they'll drop names or something just to make you like, ooh, that's cool. Oh, maybe they'll see that in the next movie.
Maybe that's where we're headed.
So they're going to be Mandarin in the next movie?
No,
exactly.
But this is the problem. This is my problem with your argument, is that the Marvel universe in the movies, I've accepted the fact that it's going to be different than what it is in the comic books. And I like that. And I like the fact that they're taking a character that isn't interesting at all. I've yet to read any Mandarin story that I actually gave a shit about. And Mandarin was always the B-level character. He never made it to a major player on the world stage of Marvel Universe.
But he was a huge antagonist to Tony Stark.
And no, I would argue that there's other antagonists that have bothered Tony Stark throughout the way.
Yeah, Loki Loki took over Asgard over the U.S. and that pissed off
recently.
Tony Stark.
Norman Osborn, Dr. Octopus.
I'm not talking recently. I'm just saying in general.
In modern times, Mandarin was relegated to the sideline, and even in the Mandarin story that just happened, he was a second fiddle to the main storyline of who was the Hammer.
Justin Hammer.
Justin Hammer, who was part of that, who Iron Man eventually teamed up with to defeat Mandarin, who they turned into almost exactly what Ben Kingsley is, a modern-day terrorist who didn't necessarily have the reliability of his rings, where he used them, which I liked, because before that, Mandarin was a racist character.
Yes, he was.
Very racist, very voodoo, hoodoo.
I'm trying to skip over certain parts that kill my argument.
That's why I feel like, right, exactly. You ass. I knew that's where you're hiding.
I know.
That's why I saved it in my back pocket for my counter argument.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm not done, man.
Okay.
But he was never at the level that I felt he deserved a full treatment, super villain style treatment.
At the same time, I didn't expect him to be the main supervillain of this movie. I expected him to be part of the movie and be a villain in the movie, not be a fake villain in a real movie.
I would have been disappointed had they just kept him as a villain that is just some terrorist. I would have been very disappointed because that seems generic. I was hoping
they would go fantastical because they put it in Avengers. That means the door is open.
Yes, the door is open.
All of it. The fact that they made a Thor movie, it's all open. Yeah. They're going to do Winter Soldier. It's all open. Why just shame off?
Shame off? What?
It was shameful. It was shameful that they did this.
Let's have a shame off. You're pathetic.
They were just like, we understand that you had a racist past, so we're going to throw you in there, but we're going to make you really, really stupid.
I thought it was hilarious. The scene where he comes up and where the reveal happens is hilarious.
Well, because he's a drunk.
Right, and he's just goofing around with girls, and it's fantastic. I liked it because it was like, okay, there's a still some sense of realism.
I think it's a good plot twist. I think it's stupid.
We're not going to agree on this point. Won't. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was a very cool twist to a otherwise stale character that has never, again, in the comic book world, of which I'm very well versed of, has never risen above one dude threat. He's never an Avengers threat.
This is the first sign of weakness that Marvel has shown.
No, I think you're wrong. I think it shows some balls.
Use the things that are getting you money. People are willing to pay to see
the
new fanciful stuff that they didn't know was in comic books. Tell me that have the people that are going to see this movie know that all of this stuff is on paper.
This is what you want.
And they're interested,
I'm honestly thinking
and they're buying into it. Keep it coming because people want to see it because I want to see it.
This is what I'm thinking of. They have a character Mandarin with 10 rings, right?
Yeah.
They have the Infinity Gauntlet, which they will most likely build toward in Avengers 2, which is what Thanos wields.
Yeah.
Probably, along the way, Marvel said, you know what? Let's not have two dudes with fancy rings gems.
That's fine. I can understand that argument.
So let's have something funny and something unique and interesting that otherwise a stale character... No one gives a shit about Mandarin in the public. You and I care about Mandarin because we know who Mandarin is. No one else knows who the hell Mandarin is.
And that's why I'm saying it's smart. For Hollywood sense, it's smart. Because people are going to watch it and be like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Yeah. But I don't care about that. I don't care about those people. I care about me.
I know, you're selfish and you're shame off. You're a shame off.
I'm not a shame off.
You're a shame off.
The way they treated Mandarin is a shame off. We're going to go to our first caller. I feel like we need a call-in segment for this because we need the.
Well, we could. I could hook that up actually.
Oh, we can stream in from the phone. Okay,
I might be able to. I have to figure that out. That's
we'll have a call-in.
Well, fuck you about Mandarin
on Thursday when I watch the movie and I'm sitting in my chair going, it was really good as far as action goes, but fuck the Mandarin.
I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, and
I know the whole plot of the movie. I know what happens. I just want to see the pretty moving pictures.
Well, yeah, but that's the best part. Operation House Party Protocol. That's so funny.
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
all right, then I'm not going to give you any more.
Don't give me any more.
House Party. When you hear that, that's funny. Okay. I liked it. There's a scene at the end that is very funny. Do you know about it?
Is it after the credits?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the one I told you about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I alluded to.
You alluded to. I was fine with it. I know some people were disappointed that it doesn't show off anything new that's coming, but I didn't think it needed to, quite frankly, because everything is pretty much established beyond Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm assuming. What does that come?
I said a month ago. I'm realizing that it's only been like a week since April.
I know.
I've known for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like, you're like a Hollywood executive or something. Like, I knew about that shit 3 months ago.
No. I'm thinking about it in my head. I'm like, yeah, it was April. It was a month ago. It's the first week of May.
I know. What's wrong with you? You weirdo. You want a cracker?
I shouldn't say anything. I'm dating our episodes.
I don't know what that meant. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool little like fun nod to continuity, a nod to what happened in Avengers, and I didn't need anything to be set up because I've got Thor coming in November and then Captain America coming in I think June or July.
I just felt like the Iron Man movies were good tools for setting stuff up because yeah, they were
good. They served their purpose up to the point, but I think now you don't need that anymore. Really, you don't. I mean, it's a nice luxury, but you don't need it.
You know, you're right. You don't need it, but it's the good one to do it with because that's the big pull. And Thor and Captain America have,
I think you're going to see
nice
more
size pull, like a good size pull.
I think you're going to have more of those in Thor and Captain America to help boost them. Honestly, I think people are going to be curious about what's happening, and they'll go just because someone says it has something to do with Avengers 2.
I'm just telling you, man. I want to see a Doctor Strange movie.
You'll see it.
If they're starting to neuter stuff, that's what makes me nervous. Stuff like this, I'm allowed to be nervous about something like that, but when they do stuff like that. You can't tell me I'm wrong by saying that.
No, you're not wrong, but I think you should.
I acknowledge that they made a smart, calculated decision that
will
make them a lot of money.
Don't you shame off the movie.
I can never take that away that they're going to make a shit ton of money.
Yes, Avengers 2. I'm
psyched.
I want to see Thanos beat up people.
See that's where I'm a Libra. I'm balancing my statements. I can be mad, but I can. I'm trying to stay in the middle.
I don't know what's wrong with you. What is wrong with you?
It's my sexy blue eyes.
That took up a lot of our time.
That's fine. I want to keep talking because we still had other things that we want to talk about.
That's true. What do you want to talk about? Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. I thought we had other things we want to talk about. I was setting us up for failure.
You were. I was like, well, I don't remember. What, I saw some good previews of Man of Steel. That was cool.
What, the new TV spots that they put out?
No, the fella.
Okay, I'm having a cracker now since he's having a cracker.
But no, I'm also being time conscious of our podcast too. I've heard feedback. Like 30 to 40 is good run.
No, I've heard feedback. 2 hours.
Who said that?
They want a marathon pod.
Who said that?
Nobody.
Just us, because we could talk.
I've heard it in my head.
Maybe we
should do another hour. Oh, we could.
We could do that in the summer, because in the summer I feel like we have more time. Because we get out at 4.
No, summer's when we're going to start doing Let's Plays.
Oh, that's right. We can do that.
So that way, I mean, I don't want the pod to expand at all. I think
30 to 40 is healthy.
Yeah, it's a good number.
Because people weren't really listening to the full hour. They kind of got bored. Well, yeah, we were, but I was too. I didn't like editing an hour. Because I forget what we were talking about. I had to listen to it all. I'm like, all right, Jesus, Brendan, stop talking, Brendan.
No, because when I was writing the little previews on YouTube, I would have to go back and listen to things because I was like, oh, we fit lots of little tiny snippets in between.
So that's why I think you agree 30 to 40. All right, hot. Other than that, I didn't really see anything else. Fast and Furious 6 pass. I'll see it on Redbox. Don't really care that much.
I'm gonna see it in theater. It's so cool in theater. See, movies like that, I want to see in theater because there's big cars, loud noises.
Vin Diesel, we need cars.
I'm about as caveman as it gets when it comes to movies. Okay. I want action movies and I want sci-fi movies. I want things that are large, scary sounding. Do
you want to see After
impressive?
Earth? I was like,
wait, is that the one with Will Smith?
Yeah.
Maybe, but there's too many movies that I want to see this year, so I'm trying to slot things in.
Slot it in.
Yeah, I want to see Great Gatsby.
That's getting terrible reviews.
It is.
Yeah, it's getting killed.
It isn't even out yet.
There was 4 out of 6 reviews on Rotten Tomato were top critic reviews, and they're all 25 to 35 range.
Oh my God.
Percent.
Never mind.
I read like the tops, and I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
Oh, it just looks so good from the trailers.
Basically, they said it's an overwhelming clusterfuck. If I could boil it down, like it's
that's The Great Gatsby is an overwhelming clusterfuck.
Well, though they said that it kind of misses the point of The Great Gatsby, and it's celebrating when it's really about the deterioration. It's celebrating it, like look at us, we're great, and that's sort of like not what the original Gatsby was about. It was like watching people suffer and watching people spin out of control. Where this is
new
glorifying
money versus the old money,
right? Where this is sort of like glorifying all money.
Yeah.
Contemporary ho. You know what I mean?
Okay, well that just ruins my buzz for wanting to see that movie.
Well, I'm not.
The visual style is
my lady friend wants to
phenomenal.
See it badly, so I don't want to tell her.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't want to tell her. I don't want to say her name on the podcast.
You have a lady friend?
I do.
Oh. Yeah. Sexy talk with a lady friend.
Lady friend.
He says lady friend, but then he looks at his left hand really creepily.
Hello there. Oh, you're waving back.
How you doing, Paul Henderson? Hey.
West Paul Hand Anderson. Greatest character of all time.
Good God.
Oh, we're terrible people.
Yeah.
So what we'll do next time, I'm not wrapping up yet if you still got shit to say.
No, I'm thinking of things that I want to say. I was talking about movies. I'm trying to, I still want to see Oblivion even though it's out now and it didn't
do well.
But it
looks good.
It looks cool. I like things that are dystopian and crazy in the future. That's why I think After Earth, cool movie.
Terrible cast.
How much money am I going to have to see such movies, and can I wait until it comes out on the quote-unquote internets?
The internets?
The internets.
The internets?
Where they keep those movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm indifferent.
Thor's this year, Fast and the Furious, Superman, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We were just talking about spots, but I want to see it.
I want to see...
It's not as dark as they're making it in the trailers.
No.
So that's good.
That was about it that I saw that. I was like, yes. I saw Thor preview. I was like, yes.
I posted a picture on Facebook today. It was my end-all, be-all Batman argument. Somebody else had made this chart, and it was Batman plus Kryptonite better than Superman. Yeah. Batman plus an EMP better than Iron Man. Batman minus Superman minus the sun, regular person. Iron Man minus money and the suit, regular person.
Yeah.
Batman minus the money and the suit, badass person because he's got all this like super karate skill.
Yeah.
Badass person greater than regular person. Yes. I was like, done. Argument done. I don't want to hear anything from anybody else. Superman's powers from the sun. Iron Man's powers from his money.
Yep.
Batman is a badass. He can kill you with his hands.
He can straight murder you with his hands.
Yeah, and on Krypton, have that fight. That would be settled real quick.
That would be.
Pop, pop. Pop, pop. It made me happy. I'm
happy for you, man.
Do we have this argument?
What?
The Batman versus Superman argument?
Oh, yeah, Batman wins every time.
Yeah, Batman wins every time, yeah.
Yeah, there's no other ifs, ands, or buts. I don't give a shit if
Batman
you're
wins
like,
every time.
Superman sneaks up on him. Batman will have some sort of defense ray.
D-sneak. Attachment to his utility bill.
Sexy. Hey, man, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
You're hitting the mark.
Do you have any thoughts?
I don't have any
at all. Just I
don't have anything. I like asking you what you learned. That's fun. What did you learn today?
What did I learn today? I am in strong defense of overly racist comic book characters, apparently. But I feel like my stance was made in a just sense, not necessarily just for Mandarin, but for the sake of the cool direction that I feel like Marvel's trying to do in their movies, and what I don't want them to suffer. Like, another example that I didn't bring up.
Okay, go.
Black Panther.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
It would be awesome.
It's going to be fun.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. But it's going to be fun. I want to see how that Mandarin affects that.
It's a fantastical element.
But he has a suit made of vibranium.
Yeah.
Okay.
And doesn't he have like special...
No.
Like senses or something? Like I remember one of the comics that I was reading, he had the ability to like hear things a little bit like more like
trained.
An animal.
He's like a Batman.
Yeah. But that was
he's Black Batman. Black man.
Pretty much. I mean, but that's still.
Yeah. That's fine. That's a terrible argument you just made.
But he's part of it. They're incorporating things that wouldn't necessarily be incorporated.
Here's something to think about.
Initially,
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in Avengers 2 is the rumor. Sit on that. Sit on that for a while. Sit on that.
And they still haven't made an Ant-Man movie.
No.
This is what I'm talking about.
I know.
This is the shit that I'm talking about.
Ask me what I learned.
No, I don't want to ask you what you learned. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They fucking piss away Mandarin, and then they're gonna throw Quicksilver in a movie, and they still haven't put Ant-Man, who was an original Avenger.
Okay. So is D-Man. You want him in the Avengers?
But he's not that good.
Thank you.
But I mean, Giant Man, Ant-Man,
Yellow Jacket.
I would be okay with Yellow Jacket.
You want the abusive Hank Pym?
No,
that's Yellow Jacket. You said yes to it. You sexist bastard.
They redid it in the cartoons.
Yes, they made him nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about the problems of abuse in this country anymore. Everything's great, so we can remake the character.
That's probably what Marvel said. We're going to make a stand and make everything better by making Hank Pym not a woman beater.
I'd be more okay with Ant-Man than Quicksilver.
Okay, I can give you that.
Okay, but that's what I'm talking about. Don't ruin the things that you got going for you. Go with.
I'm just saying that Mandarin, fine with.
But so you're okay with Quicksilver being in Avengers 2?
No, I didn't. I'm holding my thoughts for another time.
You fucking right. You're holding your thoughts.
I can imagine.
I just said the first F-bomb. Did I say the first F-bomb?
No, you've been dropping F-bombs already this episode.
This is the first conscious F-bomb. I was like,
oh my god,
I'm going to emphasize this. Fuck.
You said it 4 times now.
We might have to mark this as controversial on YouTube for language.
An Ant-Man and Mandarin discussion. You bastard. Ask me what I learned.
What did you learn?
You're a jerk about Mandarin.
I'm a jerk about a lot of things. Don't just...
You're a jerk.
Yeah, there you go. That's okay. I can take it. I can take the I'm a jerk. I'll play the I'm a jerk song as I'm walking out.
I just was being silent. See how long it would go. That's the OBT show for the week. I'm Brendan.
No, wait, no. What else did you learn? I'm Chris.